Ukraine update. The Russians are now claiming on state television that the White House has given them permission, in essence, to use chemical, biological, or nuclear weapons in Ukraine. They are relying on the repeated comments by White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki and President Biden himself, who in two different speeches, the president said that it would be World War III if the U.S. got involved militarily and took on Russia directly. Now, I have said in multiple videos and in my lives, when they were live, that the Russians would interpret this as meaning they had free reign within Ukraine's borders, and that there was nothing they could do inside Ukraine's borders that would provoke a military response from the US and NATO, because, as President Biden said repeatedly, that would be World War III. In American English, at least, World War III is a euphemism for the end of the world. So to take it to its logical extreme, if the Russians were to use chemical weapons, biological weapons, even tactical nuclear weapons, all of that would be less harmful, if you were doing a sick analysis, than ending the entire world. Now, this entire thing is a mess. I don't like it's just a mess. But I've been warning from the beginning. I do not think we should be giving these kind of concrete messages to the Russians, telling them exactly what NATO will and will not do. We need to leave some ambiguity. You need to let them wondering. You need to let them worry about what the response will be. But I have been concerned from the beginning that what NATO and the West are telling the Russians is, as long as you stay within the borders of Ukraine, you can do whatever you want. Sure, we'll have more sanctions. And in fact, President Biden said there would be, severe repercussions, I think he said, if they used chemical or biological weapons. Well, if we're not getting involved militarily under any condition, then severe repercussions are more sanctions. Sanctions are important. But really, if the guy were to use chemical, biological, or nuclear weapons against the Ukrainian people, we wouldn't do more than hit him with another sanction? Anyway, I've been pretty supportive. I've been very supportive of what the West has done, what President Biden has done, but this messaging is really bad. One final point. I guarantee you the reason Biden is putting out this message is he's got advisors telling him this is keeping things tranquil. By letting the Russians know exactly what we will and won't accept, we're making it clear to them that they can be calm. They don't need to overreact. If they see NATO planes filing in Poland, they can know it's not a problem, because there's no way we would let our planes go in there. So it keeps the Russians calm so there aren't any mishaps. And maybe that's true. But it also keeps the Russians motivated to do whatever they want to Ukrainians in Ukraine, knowing that NATO will never, ever, 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 ever lift a hand militarily, and we won't even give them a free airplane either.